Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to our first show in Super Tarot Love Month.
And I'd like to take a brief moment and, of course, thank our moderator, Violet.
Aww.
Who's here. Thank you so much. And hi, everybody. Hi, Gina. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Angel.
Hi, Gina. Didn't get to say hi there, so good to see you today. It's been a busy one.
It has.
Even though I haven't gone anywhere because of the snow, trying to dig out a bush that was all bent out of shape and from the snow, and some other things. Doing a blog post that took me forever, but it was well worth the effort. And we're ready to go.
Yes, we're ready to go.
Are we?
There's still a few little things to take care of.
Yeah, a few little things. I've got only one love deck out at the moment. Plus, we'll be using our Cupid Lenormand tonight.
Valentine verses.
Valentine verses. You know what? I was hoping, Mr.
I've written some.
To have one for tomorrow for Venus Day, but
Aww.
sadly, I did not get to that today because I was working on the blog post. So,
Hi, Angel Rivera.
Hey, Angel Rivera. Good to see you. You had an off day. You got off early today, huh? Weather is a thing. They messed up with our forecast, but as it turns out, they thought like the northeast portions of the lower peninsula were going to get less snow, and we in the southeast were going to get more. But because the temperatures remained warmer here, we had more rain than snow. They got dumped up north, and we got a little less snow down here. Still, 6 inches is nothing to sneeze at.
No, it is not.
No, it's not.
And I noticed that we were really prepared tonight. I'm not even fully in the camera because I don't have the camera view.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to try to correct that.
Yes, due to the weather. Well, be careful, everybody who's affected by these weather patterns. It sure has been crazy, and it's clearly hard for our weather people to predict even. It's been pretty nightmarish for them, I'm sure. I could see they were getting a lot of flack for it because a number of schools closed that maybe may not have had to. But you know, why put people at risk? We have virtual learning now. Let's use it, when it makes sense to use it, like days like this. Well, so Mr. O is getting the camera together here, talk about some of our activities. I posted a number of 3-card love spreads on our blog at tfttarotfortoday.com that I would be happy to use one of them tonight in the live streams. There's a past life reading, a soulmate reading. There's some readings about broken relationships. There's readings about, new relationships. So if anybody sees anything of interest there, and I may bring them up again if anybody is interested in a love reading tonight. So, but that will be month-long available, so if you don't get one today, you've got all month of live streams to take advantage of that.
Oh, well, now the top of my head's cut off.
Well, you probably don't mind.
I know what you mean. I see what you did there.
All right, well, so let's see. It looks like we might have a slow night, but I didn't get even my conversation hearts out that I bought, but sweetheart Mr. O bought us some Jardelli dark chocolate sea salt caramel duet hearts. How awesome is that? And I think we'll need one or two tonight. So look at as I bring them out for Mr. O.
It must be Mercury retrograde's last hurrah.
Yes, our microwave may have just died on us. We lost a hot pot this week, or a week ago, and I had to replace that. And now our microwave may be kaplooey. Beginning to wonder about our electrical here. But anyway, it is a problem, so we have to check into that.
So let's do our collective reading and get going.
Indeed. Okay. Hang on 1 second, Mr. O. I got up for something. And I don't know why. So I'm going to sit back down. It'll come back to me. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it made weird noises and the lights were flashing. So I had to stop it right away and switch to my stovetop alternative.
Good old Mercury. You know, people always say, well, you're making this stuff up, or these things would happen anyway. Why do they all happen to us on the retrograde? I don't know. But two things at once is crazy.
Indeed. All right.
Are you sniffing my shirt? What's up with you, son man?
So in other announcements, I also did the unboxing for the Final Rose Tarot. And on tomorrow's Emotional Exchanges, I will use it for the very first time to give the 12 Signs of a Zodiac a one-card pull from this deck. It worked out quite nicely, so I hope you can tune into that. That's tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. or whenever you choose to view it.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
All right, I am using today for a little bit of fun one of the decks I did manage to bring out. The bottom will fall out, so hold that. Yeah, the Affirmators Love and Relationships deck. I just thought I had that on hand. It's a fun little deck. Let's see what this card has to say. I'm going to let Mr. O pull one.
Hi, Mama T.
Hey, Mama T.
Hope you're feeling better.
Oh, you can get your reading on Sunday. Absolutely. We'll put you on top on Sunday, and we'll get that done for you.
Absolutely, and happy birthday then.
Mr. O, I'm going to have you pull one of these. They're only read one way. And actually, if you want to do the honors of reading it today, you may. It's on the card. So.
All right. I can't get it. I have two, so I'm going to take the top one.
Oh, okay.
And it is cleansing.
Interesting.
Ooh, cleansing. Yeah. Feeling bogged down by the weight of 1,000 thoughts, feelings, boxes of mystery objects lurking in your closets? Consider this a prescription to clean house. Mentally, physically, literally, figuratively, and anything else that applies adverbally. It's hard to make room for new connections and experiences when every bit of your emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So enjoy a major guilt-free flush out. And not to worry, you can always find new psychic bric-a-brac in the metaphorical clutter section of Craigslist. Aww.
Let me see that a moment here. It's a bonus card in the deck. I wondered why there was no picture on it. So actually, since he dropped another card, we're going to read that right along with this. But keep in mind, the mental clutter, and the emotional clutter and baggage perhaps from, relationships gone by that may affect our psyche, it's time to do a little internal house cleaning. And this card that he dropped was called Resilience. Sticks and stones may break my bones, and unkind words can sometimes drain every bit of joy and color from my once rosy life. But nothing can ever permanently damage the real me. I love myself, I cherish myself, and I vow to remember that I'm always camped out in the depths of myself, even when I don't feel very much of myself. And so there's the picture there on that card. And it seems like there's some darkness here with, am I wrong? Oh, it must be just I'm getting a glare from the light. Okay.
Well, I have the light low differently.
Yeah. So anyway, add that to this one, and it's like maybe some of the past hurtful words that have been said to you by others, it may be what you need to clear out and clean out of your psyche. Don't let these things stick to you. Brush them off. Don't let others influence your happiness and your feelings about yourself. All right.
Alrighty then. So today, because I'm switching around my deck for emotional exchanges, I'm bringing the Enchanted Tarot, a wonderful deck, as an oracle read for tonight by the fabulous Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. It's a great thing. So if anybody wants just an oracle pull from this deck, I will be happy to do that. But I also have my Egyptian-themed Tarot of Transition, which I haven't used a whole lot. It tends to have rather plain pips, but I do like the idea of the cards. And then, of course, I have my Tarot of the Mermaids, which, of course, is very lush and sort of sensual. And then the Adrian Tarot. So those are my cards for tonight.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm using a few of the decks from last week. I have the Ciro Marchetti Tarot Decoratif, and right there is the Eight of Wands in that deck. It's beautiful.
Reach for it, Banshee.
I'm reaching.
I like your green tonight.
Why, thank you, sir. Do you see the
like
little hearts on it?
The Keebler elf.
The Celtic hearts. And Mama T's beautiful heart-shaped jasper.
The Celtic Keebler.
Also, the Shadowscapes. I had to look again and remind myself of the name. And look at this. I pulled another 8, the 8 of Pentacles there in the Shadowscapes Tarot.
Hi, Divine Universe.
Hey, Divine You. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And the World in the... Okay, what is this called again? The Minimalist Tarot. No. The Essential Tarot, I believe, is
essentially that's what it is.
Essentially. Yes. And that, of course, was the World in that deck. Very essential images. And now also this time I have brought Chris Walder's Lover's Path Tarot. And here is, I'm grabbing a card. Uh-oh, I better not put them in here. They're kind of squished in my little card holder. Oh, the King of Cups in that deck. All right. And also,
love and hugs to you, Divine. Thank you.
I said, here is our Cupid Lenormand. And that is the Sun in that deck. All right. So we'll both be sharing this today, Mr. O.
Sounds good.
Put that in the middle here.
Okay.
Right by those wonderful chocolates, which you know.
Okay, so there's... Oh, I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, I knew it too. Hey, stay there. Boy, all right.
Who is Halen's future wife? When will he meet her?
Okay, let's take a look and see if we can find out about that. I think that would be a 3-carder.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Tarot of the Mermaids.
I see some of my hair has fallen out. Oh, wow. I could use my head cut off today. But then yours would be totally gone, wouldn't it?
Don't let it go to your head.
I need a haircut, but and hey, the COVID figures are going down slowly but surely. Unbelievably enough, we're down to like about, what was it? 7,000, 9,000 a day
Something like
now,
that, yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to 13, 15 or whatever it was, 16 horrible numbers before. Still too many. Oh, thank you, Mama T. All right. You holding that deck for some reason?
Well, maybe.
Okay, I don't understand, but there you go.
Who are you, Victoria Winters? I don't understand.
That's all they say on Dark Shadows, I swear.
Okay, Asel, who is Halen and who is Halen's future wife and when will they meet her? Okay, so the first one is the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Chalices, and it's upright. Then we have the reversed King of Chalices. And then the reversed Five of Wands. Well, I almost feel like with that first card that this person's not in the picture yet. Like maybe this is just an idea, of a wife for him, for Halen, or something like that. Because the Seven of Cups sort of looks like somebody who's just seeing a number of things and they're not really focusing necessarily on any one of them.
It's interesting you say that, Mr. O, because I was thinking similarly. I was thinking that, they really are going to be searching. And there's going to be a lot of options, and choices and things to think about. They may have more than one person, pop up into the picture, and they're going to have to make their minds up. And the King of Cups is reversed right now, Mr. O, which makes me wonder if they're really in the frame of mind of finding a wife right now.
Well, I sort of feel that with the combination of the next two cards, the King and that reverse Five, that this whole idea of them finding them or them coming to them is still a ways off, perhaps. It may not even be in concept, which is sort of shown by the Seven there. The King of Cups, to me, in this position, sort of is just telling me maybe Halen has some karma to work through or some lessons to learn. Like maybe they're not really open to love. They're not accepting somehow. It's that reverse King of Cups thing. And then with the Five of Wands reversed, well, a lot of times we disagree on this, but a lot of times I just sort of feel like this is aimless ambitions or futility in relationships or people vying for power or notice. And so I just sort of feel like maybe this is really going to be a ways off for them.
I think it might be a little time off. I feel, with the Five of Wands, I was going to say that, they're not interested in competing for this relationship. They want something, they want this to be easy. And maybe right now, they just don't feel that, it's either possible or they've got too much on their minds or they can't focus on it. There could be, like I said, a lot of choices or options out there. What I want to do, and I'm just going to see if Mr. O agrees, is I thought maybe we should go through this deck and look for the first court card and see if at least we can get some personality ideas of who this person might eventually be.
I think that's a good idea. I just wanted to say that in an overall sense, that middle court card, I think is the key one here, because I really do think it's saying that maybe they're not really ready to be serious. They may be still at the sort of like, I just want to randomly date and I'm not really interested in marriage. They may be somebody who's selfish in certain respects.
What's first is the Queen of Swords reversed, which is kind of interesting to me. This person, this person may be a little bit standoffish to others. Like they're maybe kind of a loner type. They may be somebody who is air sign comes to mind. It could be an air sign, which is odd for air signs. They're usually very communicative and gregarious and stuff. But this person seems to be more, I would say, if not a homebody, just very reserved in nature.
What I'm picking up is they're overly pragmatic in a way. They sort of are overly strict on certain ways of looking at things, whether it's making decisions for themselves or others. And so they're really just too bound up in maybe ordering their life in certain respects. And so they don't really allow themselves a moment of relaxation to allow other ideas come in, things. They're just always thinking of business. They're all business in a way. I guess that's the word I was looking for. Is like maybe in a way they're all business.
Well, he's Aries, so Aries and a air sign usually goes pretty well together.
There is that. Yeah.
Fire and air, kind of, air feeds fire. So, I mean, in a way they will be compatible, but I feel like this person is, like some of what he said, some of what I said. Let's do the Lenormand and see if anything comes up here. You should do that.
All right. And of course, it's a snapshot in time.
Yes.
We might be picking up on the current moods of Halen, and maybe in a couple weeks, maybe they'll feel like different personality here going on. A lot of things are changing as Mercury goes direct. People may have had limitations on how they were able to think about things or how they want to behave even.
Yes.
Okay, so the first card is the letter.
Wow.
And then our bottom one is the sun. And I guess off the top of my head, I'm thinking this says that information, knowledge, understanding somehow arrives to you or about them in some sort of communication, that maybe you get more information here, or maybe you see opportunities for yourself somehow through this communication.
I'm going to approach this from Halen's end of things. To me, it indicates that there may be success for him through networking or corresponding with someone. Maybe somebody that they correspond with will, ultimately be somebody they hook up with, or they will lead them to somebody that they eventually meet and marry. I feel like usually this is about the written word, but these days, when we're using our computers or our tablets or whatever, we are writing to each other on social media, etc. So I wouldn't rule that out here either.
All right.
So I do think if something happens, when it happens, it may be through connecting with others through the written word somehow. Very odd, but very possible, certainly. That's what we have for you right now, Estelle. That's what it looks like. Good luck to you, Helen,
Hey,
with
Kara.
that. Hi, Kara. I saw you sneak in there. Sunny is here.
Your friend's here.
Our Super Tarot love cat. And he's purring when I said that. Aww. Don't you?
What's next in romance for Angel Mary?
Okay, what's next in romance? Go ahead, Mr. O.
I thought it was your deck.
Oh, you're right. Dang it. You're always catching me.
Catching you at what?
I'm sneakily doing something.
Are you like that one TV commercial? The character, we decided their name was Rashida, and there's always a voice talking from the sky telling her something, and she sort of feels like she's caught.
Well, I will use my love deck for this reading. All right.
You're welcome, Estelle.
And you are welcome, Estelle. Uh-oh. The cards will not shuffle. Sunny, if only you could give me just a little more room. But we already know the answer to that. You won't. The Sassy and Shadow were both on the table with me.
I blooped out. I hit the wrong key at the wrong time, and everything went bloopy.
Sorry about that.
Mercury retrograde.
Oh, Mr. O. It's the catch-all for all of our mistakes.
It was like 1.5 seconds, so I don't think it really mattered to anybody.
These cards are just a
He is a tub.
Stiffer, Mr. O. Just giving you a heads up. And they are wide.
Why, thank you for that.
Sonny is a tub. He's a big boy. He's a little overweight, but he's not like Sassy in that regard.
Yeah, he's more proportionate than sassy.
Shadow's probably the leanest. It's just that she's got all that fur, you can hardly tell. Okay. And I basically have been just puttering around here pulling up my blog post because if any of these readings fit for us today, I may use one of them. All right. Hey, Sonny.
Just because my cards are here, I didn't give us enough room.
Yeah, I don't know why they're here.
Well, you don't have to make a big deal out of it.
Hey, you could maybe put them up here. Maybe.
I could eat all those chocolate hearts there.
Okay, so I want to make sure you could, but I will smack you. All right, so what was the question again? What's next in romance? That's it. Well, holy moly.
The Ace of Staves. The stave would be the wands.
This is the Knight.
The Prince or Knight of Cups.
Oh my gosh.
And the Lovers, which here is called Desire.
What's next in love? Angel Mary. It does look like something's happening. Now, this person may have some issues. I will say that, but it looks like there's a relationship looming. I mean, with love, there's desire, there's attraction, I feel, to this Prince of Cups. They're very much the romantic type. But you know, there's a couple of things about the Knight of Cups. And didn't we just had the Knight of Cups reversed this week, I think.
Yeah, I think we have
Yeah,
it.
as one of our cards of the day. And I think that the Knight of Cups reversed could go one of two ways here. Either this person you will find is a bit like wears their emotions on their sleeve. They're a little bit overly emotional or overly sensitive to things, or they may be cold. They may not be sharing or opening their heart enough, in the relationship. It's possible that this person has just been through a difficult time and a difficult relationship, and maybe that's why. So they may need a little extra nurturing and loving care from you, but that Ace of Wands certainly indicates the beginning of something, eh?
I think it seems to be more of a relationship that goes towards friendship, at least at first.
Okay.
I feel there is desire, maybe more so on your part, because this seems to be a person who's attractive to you and has true qualities that you seem to resonate to. But like Banshee says, they may be coming out of a situation that is troublesome for them romantically, or maybe it's possible they have other things for their heart's consideration. Maybe they have situations where they have to take care of other people, and so they're not as free emotionally in certain ways, or they're not ready yet to make certain moves emotionally, the coming or going here.
Right.
But I think it does have a strong prospect to start off as a loyal, charismatic type friendship, and maybe in time things could ever move. But even if they didn't move towards more romance, it seems like this is a good person to know.
Well, it might be, but I will say this. I'll throw this caveat out there because you touched on it briefly. Could be the coming or going of a matter connected with love and relationships. And so what this might indicate to me, Angel Mary, is that you might get into a relationship. There's a lot of desire initially, but it might not go far. It's possible that it may come into your life and it may leave your life as well. I have to throw that out there, but let's see what the Lenormand has to add to this. Oh, you just wolfed that down.
You're not supposed to tell people I'm eating.
They can see you chewing there.
Only because I put the camera back on.
Well,
it was off.
I see. But you were rattling papers. They knew we had these chocolate heart things here. And I'm
narc.
sure
You're being a narc.
And you know what? I don't care. You can watch me eat my chocolate hearts. Woohoo!
I'm trying to present a little more dignity.
Ah. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Oh, wait a minute. How'd that happen?
Indeed.
How did that happen?
Looks like you get 3.
I guess you get 3, Angel Mary, and I have to figure this out now. Wow, that's really interesting. Okay, the first card I drew was the snake. Don't like to see that in a love reading. The second card I drew was the bouquet, which I'd like to see in any reading. And then the house. So I can't help but wonder here if what this combination of cards is indicating is you thought that you met somebody, like I'm looking at that house card, and you thought that you met somebody that made you feel secure and comfortable and feel right at home with, and but I feel that they looked much better than they really were at heart. In other words, the bouquet is about a gift, but the snake is about deception and betrayal. And so I feel here that, it looked good, and it felt good, but underneath it all, you began to realize that they weren't being upfront with you about things, or you felt a lack of trust. You didn't feel as secure as you thought you would with this person. And so ultimately, it's possible this relationship will not work out.
Well, I'm wondering if it is pertaining to the possibility of the relationship mentioned in the tarot there.
Yeah.
I sort of feel that like maybe this is saying this is a person who maybe their gift to you is maybe revealing the fact that maybe they have been a little bit deceptive, that they weren't really serious about trying to be in a deeper relationship with you. And I'm just wondering if that's maybe what the case is if somebody who just isn't really able to commit to a better relationship, but they might have played that part for a while. That's the deception. Ultimately, it's a gift to you, though, because I think maybe you understand where they're coming from and realize that they're hurt, too, in their own way about, coming from previous relationships or looking towards new relationships. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but that's what I feel there. Alrighty. So that's what we have, Angel Mary. Thank you very much.
I can say no more because I've got caramel in my mouth. Oh, heaven. Will you meet Mr. Right now? Okay. First off, why don't... let's do 3 cards. Sorry.
You're welcome, Angel Mary.
This is a really beautiful deck. Shuffle.
Oh, thank you.
I'll let you draw the Lenormand this time, Mr. O. Did you have your second one?
We talked about this before.
Okay.
And what was it we talked about?
How you ate your second one?
Incorrect.
Mm.
There you go.
Yep, okay. Okay, where's Mr. Right? Let's see. 21 is the world, right?
Right,
Oh,
triumph.
Yeah. So 21 is the world reversed. Oh dear. And the wheel of fortune reversed. And then you have the 2 of swords, which is really interesting.
That one's upright.
And that's upright. So timing is everything, with the wheel of fortune reversed. And I guess it's not saying it'll never happen, but that the timing has to be right, and the time may not be right at the moment. Right at the moment, it's saying that success is yet to be won. It's a postponement of sorts, but the Two of Arrows is indicating that you should use this time appropriately, Gina, to visualize and really visualize and manifest, in order to manifest, the perfect Mr. Right. This is a time for you to decide what it is you truly are looking for and what it is you truly want out of a Mr. Right. And visualize this, and the times will change. The Wheel of Fortune, remember, I feel both of those cards in a way are not the end of the world, because, and the world is there, triumph, because the world is just saying, success isn't here yet, it's still a work in progress. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed is saying, the time is just not right now.
You did that so well. Do you actually need me?
No. Bye-bye.
Wow. Okay, Gina, it's my turn.
It's his turn.
And I think the Two of Arrows says you should wait for Mr. Right rather than seek Mr. Right now.
Ooh,
and here's why.
Again.
Here's why.
Okay.
Because Mr. Right now is full of chaos. The wheel overturned. It's just chaos. It's just not moving in the right direction. It would only possibly cause you to move in a wrong direction. You need to wait because Mr. Right now is not really perfect at all. They may be trying, and you have plenty of time. So really, wait for Mr. Right.
Well, nobody's perfect, let's face it. We all have our warts, but Mr. Right is clearly distracted by, his own push for maybe some sort of success in his life that has eluded him, and so his mind is elsewhere. But I think the time will come, but let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Oh, pooh, Gina. But, you might want to look at some of our readings on the blog and pick one of those for the month ahead. There's a soulmate reading there. There's a past life love reading there. Oh.
Okay, so I pulled the stork and I pulled the heart. Oh my God!
Wow.
So wait a minute. Maybe there's Mr. Right, there's Mr. Right now, and there's Mr. Wrong. No, I don't know. This is really saying that maybe there's something in between those lines there.
I wonder.
Something new that is heartfelt.
Some new beginning is coming in the relationship department for you. That's definitely a sign of that. That, there is, what?
It's Mr. Right on.
It's Mr. Right now.
No, it isn't.
Because I do feel like it may not be Mr. Right, but it might be preparing you for that. And whatever it is, there's something shifting and changing and moving in the romance department for you. So keep hope alive, and I think that's what that's going to do. It's saying that, things are going to shift. Because remember, the Wheel of Fortune does not stay down for long. What goes up must come down. What's down must come up again.
So ride on the wheel.
Oh, man. Hey, good luck with that.
Good
Mr.
luck,
Right on. I like Mr. Right now, but, anyway.
Well, just remember, right on is backwards on is no.
Oh dear. All right. Okay, so let's see. That was Sel. That was Angel Mary. That was Gina. We got Angel Rivera up now. Libra has come in, I see. Hi, Libra.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Tarot of Transition, the little Egyptian deck that could.
to ride on.
Well, I guess you have
see.
a point there.
Oh, man. Hey, you're welcome, Gina.
Cowboy.
So as the month goes on, I will talk up some of the readings that are available there. Some of them have to do with new or hope, wannabe romances. Some have to do with breakups. Some have to do, like I said, with past life or soulmates. So if a reading, if a question comes up that I think fits one of those, I will see what we can do and bring out one of those spreads.
Here's our little special Sunny Cam for your many, many, many fans. The many, many, many fans. Mr. Sunny. That's right.
I had a lot of fun writing up that blog post today and putting some of the things together in my PowerPoint. Those are PowerPoint slide pictures, basically. It was a lot of fun.
Move into Montana soon. That's a cowboy song, right? Okay. And that was horribly out of key, of course. Reversed Three of Cups. Coins.
Oh,
Coins.
coins.
Three of coins.
Okay.
Reversed Eight of Cups. Gosh, all reversed. Reversed Four of Staves or Wands.
Well, that's a party card, and that's not a bad card either way here. So, how do I want to start with this? It looks as though there's not a lot of movement forward happening in the week ahead. I would say the status quo, maybe looking at some small minor tweaks or changes that might be coming down the path. It looks as though however, though, that you may feel as though, teamwork wise, people aren't working together very well, and that might be a problem, a troublesome influence. I'm going to let you go ahead. I want to see if I can.
I think that because of these possible teamwork issues, maybe there's quality control aspects to that maybe you'll have to either as a team or separately go back and re-examine a situation. Maybe there's a flow situation that has to be worked out. It might be a new procedure and something's not flowing right. Maybe it's something personal too. Maybe there's just something going on where within your family team or whatever, you realize you have to rework something that's going on to make, it work better.
Yeah, point taken. I mean, maybe also this, wonder if it's the bad weather too, Angel. Because, maybe you're not going anywhere, if you're, maybe working from home. But the thing is that, I could see that in the personal life. I feel that the teamwork, you're right about that maybe the Four of Wands is about looking at the smaller details or the simpler things in life, so the smaller details may matter more now. Little things might mean more now. And maybe even going back to some simpler methods of doing things may make more sense at this time, especially if, say, teams are feeling, people on the teams are feeling a little bit overburdened right now.
Well, maybe then in that respect too, I was thinking like, what does this really mean? And I'm just wondering if maybe there's something that breaks the ice or boosts morale a little bit, that sort of helps the team find focus or sort of creates the situation to, not necessarily step on people's toes, but just sort of say, well, we need to make an evaluation here or review this.
So, it just seems kind of a not that exciting time, which can be good. Nothing really stands out as being really terrible here or anything negative note. Let's see what the Lenormand can add to this. Maybe it'll allow me to get a little bit more perspective there. All right. Yeah, see, everything is small this week. First off, you've got the rider there. Cupid is the rider. I love that. And then we have the child. And so what it means is there's going to be some news or information that's disseminated, but it's not any kind of big deal. It's just, it's something that's not going to affect people very much. It's just a small move or maneuver forward. But I feel like this is a very dull kind of week.
I think it suggests progress, but just in a very slow kind of way. And maybe it's in line with the other things too, that just really somehow I get a sense of not wanting to step on somebody's feet a little bit to point out that their mistakes, cause the review or cause another look at something. And maybe it's not even mistakes so much, it's just little flaws or flies in the ointment kind of thing.
You made me think there, putting... the rider is also about movement, but as we looked at the Eight of Cups there, the Eight of Cups acts like we're moving back. So maybe this is saying taking some small steps back to finish up some loose ends, or to look at some prior procedures or things like that might benefit the group as a whole. I wonder about that too as I look at this combination. So yeah, there is that as well. But all in all, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or, just make minor steps forward and just try to be kind to everybody in the week ahead, whether this is a family issue or a work issue. Try to just understand if somebody's not carrying their weight, in the week ahead, it's just a bad week for them, I think. Nothing major.
That could be. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lena. Sure. That's it. That's what we have for you, Angel. I'll grab your cards.
I will.
And we are on Divine You.
Hi, Lena. You're welcome.
You are welcome. Sunny's doing a bath there for everybody to see. Perfect, Sunny. Perfect show.
Hi, baby. Hey, my baby. My baby.
So adorable. All right.
Hey, Divine.
And he's off. Nope, he's still there. All right, Divine You. Call in one more time. Is Divine You just saying hi?
I don't know. I'm not sure. There you are. You did post your question. Okay, we must have missed it. Let's see.
I must have missed it. No, I don't see it.
Well, give us a moment.
Yeah, I'll let Mr. O look. For some reason, I didn't get it on my computer. I got the message where you said hello all, but I don't see the question. Yeah, I was looking for it too. Divine, you may have to post it again. Mr. O, did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't get the post, but he sees it. But he doesn't even have it this time, so you may have to repost it. We'll wait a few minutes. We've got time. We're doing okay. We are doing fine. We can advertise more stuff. There are readings on sale at our website. Our love readings are all on sale this month.
Client readings.
Right. And so, and also the love readings that are on our blog, the 3-card readings, they're free to everybody coming to the YouTube channel. But, of course, after Super Tarot Love Month, they'll go back into the queue. And if people want private readings, we, of course, since it's taking our time and energy outside of the show to do those readings, there will be a cost for those. So get them now if you want. Check them out on our blog at tfttarotfortoday.com.
And we will be back on Sunday with another regular edition of our live stream. I'm going to bring the final rose to that one to use. Also on Saturday, we'll be here for happy hour, so check those out. There's Divine.
What is Divine's message? Okay, what's the Divine message for your son and your older son and his current career? Okay. Canada. I love Canada. Our northern neighbors.
Yeah, I like them too.
Enough there. Used to do some great camping trips to the Georgian Bay area in Canada. And to some closer campgrounds off of Lake Huron, the Pinery.
Toronto.
Oh, love Toronto. Just love Toronto.
Thanks, Divine. All right.
All right. Just thought of a reading I probably should have put on sale, but did not. Well, maybe I did.
Here we go.
All right. Let's see what we have on this. Whoa, well, it's the Devil upright. It's the Queen of Pentacles upright. Did everybody see that? Faster than a speeding bullet, that Sun Man.
And the Magician reversed.
One giant leap for cat kind. Well, your older son is married? Am I right about this?
I think you might have said that before.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to say he's meeting somebody up there in Canada. No. I think what this is indicating is that financially, it looks like things are going to go okay in the career. I think there's growth. I think that there's progress, but I feel like sometimes maybe he feels a little bit insecure about his own abilities. Could this be possible that maybe he has some insecurities there? He doesn't feel he has what it takes?
Well, part of this may be that he has a good life, or he appreciates his life, but he wonders perhaps if he's being seen in the best light, or the light that he wishes to be seen in.
Okay.
And that's sort of this, very productive and talented person. He may feel that to some degree he's limited, or he has restrictions on his abilities to be creative or to be his full potential, which is that Queen of Pentacles there. And like Banshee says, I feel that maybe coinciding with that Devil, that sense of being limited, that he sort of feels his best abilities, skills, or talents, he's not able to utilize them, or at least this way. But that middle card is the determinant to me. The Queen of Pentacles really says that his life has a lot going for it, and that in an overall sense, he has a great happiness about his life. He just has these nagging feelings that he could do more. He sounds like you.
Oh no.
He could produce more. He has limitations or things holding him back. I'm trying to be a little bit funny there. I'm not trying to be overly serious, but I think the idea is that maybe some of those qualities are similar to yours, and that he really wants to achieve more.
Well, I feel I took the devil in line with the magician, and I feel like he obsesses over, his feelings of insecurity, that he doesn't feel like he has what it takes, that he's very insecure.
Could be that. Mm-hmm.
Right, well then the devil along with that. And I feel like the worst thing he can do is try to fake it till he makes it. You know what? He probably doesn't have to, because he has the skills. The Queen of Pentacles says he is okay. But if he is in doubt, why not take some courses? Why not study more? Why not, maybe get some mentorship on the job if he feels it's necessary.
One of your children, I thought you mentioned, was around the age of 28. I don't remember if this was that one, but sometimes when people are in their second Saturn return, when Saturn returns to the original position of their chart, that may be a time for them to look at themselves and try to reevaluate. And sometimes they're maybe overly critical about themselves, or maybe not, but it is that time for that kind of introspection, if that might be possible. And of course, just because it happens at 28 doesn't necessarily mean that there's not something that reflects later on too about what those learnings or feelings were. Okay. So it could just be something else, and it's probably not necessarily that Saturn return. I'm going to do the Lenormand now. What?
I just said probably not. What you got?
The bear.
Ooh, nice. But let's see what comes up with it. It's going to be critical here.
And the ring.
I think that he's very committed to to his work. I feel that, or he needs to make, and he also needs to make a commitment to empowering himself. Because the bear is about self-empowerment. The bear is about security. The bear is also about financial security. He needs to make a true commitment to that, So if he has his doubts, he needs to firm up what he feels is wrong. But I feel right there with the bear there too, it does indicate to me he's a lot stronger than he gives himself credit for.
Well, I'm wondering too if the commitment could be, with a partner. Maybe
it could be.
If the partner's already there, maybe this is a time to also reevaluate that. But I think that Banshee's partially right, but it could also be saying too that maybe there's a strong person around him that he feels a connection to, whether it's relationship, related or not, who maybe is a mentor, or maybe somebody who can model behavior in certain respects. And of course, I sort of think it's you too, in a way. That bear has been known to be a she-bear. So I'm wondering if this just talks about your commitment to each other, the fact that there is a pretty deep relationship between you two, and that maybe...
that's true, Divine You. Thank you. I'm sorry. That's true. Awesome. Because oftentimes the bear is a mother influence. And so it could just indicate, that your nurturing of him, your guiding him, could be very critical and helpful here as well. You've had a pretty successful run here as far as your jobs and your career has gone. So maybe, he gets a lot of encouragement from you as well, or could. So, I think that that's possibly playing into this too. Yeah, and so don't discount that you could have a role in trying to help him here. And another thing I wanted to add is, some people in life are just late bloomers. It took me years to really build up the confidence in myself, in my career, and those professional areas of my life. Even in our religious communities where we took on leadership roles. So I mean, some people it just takes longer for them to find themselves, and he'll get there. I really believe he'll get there.
I really do too. I think that the Bear and the Queen of Pentacles make perfect sense to me, that maybe this is just not easy for him to recognize himself in that just he puts more emphasis on goals that maybe he's not really ready to take, but he will be. I think he will, and then it will all kind of figure out. So I hope the best for your son and for you, of course. I just sort of feel he needs to lighten up on himself a little bit and take another look, because he, from the cards, seemed to have a lot of potential. And I know you feel that way too.
So we have for you. Good luck with that. Or your son, I should say. Okay, so Kara, you are up.
We had a situation that was the opposite. It was somebody that was sort of different for being a pagan, and they really wanted to find a pagan woman with good Christian values. And of course, that was never going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to use the Adrian Tarot for that reading. And you're very welcome, Divine.
You're welcome, Divine.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
All right. Let's roll.
I am.
We're doing fine. Look, it's only 8:04.
I know.
What do we do with all our extra time?
Talk more?
I could talk more about the readings that I posted.
So should we try that as a yes or no first or last? Because it is ultimately a yes or no question.
True. Let's
try the three cards first.
Let's try the three cards first, I say. Sunny Sun. There goes my computer again because he leaves me no room. Man, he is something else lately.
I was really toying with the idea of making my show tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock.
Oh,
a
Gina.
premiere.
I have hot cocoa. I do. I want to make some.
Oh, this is so wild, Gina, because earlier today when I was just in cameras, I thought I could go in there and turn on a pot of water, make us a quick cup of cocoa. Oh, I shouldn't do that.
Oh,
now I'm going to feel bad that I didn't.
That sounds wonderful.
It's not so easy, Violet. Most of the good ones are taken.
Now, what are we going to do without a microwave, Mr. O? Am I supposed to run out and replace that right away? Arrgh. I think we got a problem there.
Well, I think so too, obviously.
I mean, the hot water pot, okay. So I had to boil water on the stove for a few days. But this, I don't know. I'm going to miss a microwave.
So we have the upright Two of Coins. The struggle is real. We have a reversed Ace of Swords. And then we have the upright Three of Wands. So
again,
maybe that it is kind of a work in progress, that it is something that can happen, but maybe there can't be a real specific timetable with it. It's just kind of the thing where you kind of just put yourself out there and hope for the best in some respects. There's a lot competing with the idea, and it may be that in some way spirits or whatever karma is saying that there's a lot of busyness in your life, and so it may be that these things aren't clicking right because there are some little details or things that are working on imbalance. And maybe some of that is the idea too that the person who is potentially the best possibility for you isn't the person right now, or the kind of person right now who's feeling like you, that they're looking to find somebody. So in other words, it's just a matter of the timing in a way. Does that make sense?
It kind of makes sense. I look at that Two of Pentacles and I'm just thinking to myself that, and is that upright?
It is upright.
That one is upright. Well, right now, I don't want to say there's chaos, but there's just a lot of things going on. And some of them may just be interfering with your success in this matter. And I think it might, if it's not with you personally having too much on your plate or too much to do, it just might be with the way things are going right now in society. You know, COVID's still here. There's a lot of, activities that have been canceled or postponed due to COVID. You know, in our area, big pagan events have been canceled. So places where you would meet the right person, or events, they just haven't been all together and happening. So it might be saying too with the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is upright. Mm-hmm. The Three of Wands upright is just saying, this is a time to plan for the future. This is still a work in progress, as Mr. O said, and it's time to plan out where best can I place myself to find, the person that I want to find. Is there certain social media groups that you need to belong to meet such individuals? Is there certain community organizations, etc., that you need to belong to meet these individuals? You need to start planning what's the best way to find the person and focus your attention there, because the Two of Pentacles may be indicating, you've got a lot of things to consider here.
I'm getting a kind of strange flash in a way, and I don't know if you're this kind of person, but I would say that the reversed Ace of Swords says, don't look for this person at a Renaissance festival or a ska thing, the Society for Creative Anachronism, that maybe the kind of pagan you're looking for isn't that kind of pagan, the typical pagan. They may be just more of a pagan like ourselves, yourself even perhaps, not necessarily that kind of larger-than-life Ren Fair.
Well, what are you trying to say, though? What should she look for then?
Look for somebody who's less interested in competing at the Red Fair or something. I don't know.
In other words, look for somebody that has substance over style, maybe Mr. O is trying to say.
Okay,
as far as their paganism, their pagan life goes. Some people live the life with flashy costumes and, they make
a ton of jewelry.
It's an appearance rather than a real lifestyle. And so definitely look for somebody who has more than surface value in that regard. I like that, Mr. O.
So let's do the Lenormand.
At first, I didn't know where you were going. Was that about right?
I think so, in a way.
Let's see what the Lenormand can add to this. I don't know if we need a yes/no. Let's keep it open for now. See how it goes. Hey, we got the whole month to explore love. But don't forget, this isn't all about love. We are doing general readings as well still. We're just emphasizing it for the month of February. These cards are sticking together a little bit, so I am trying to be mindful of that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I see now that this kind of falls in line a little bit with what I said. We have the birds first, and the birds is about connecting with people, networking, etc. And look at that. There's the Mountain, which indicates right now things are stacked against you at this moment. You know, there's difficulties in meeting these people, maybe through no fault of your own. You know, it could be because of COVID, like I'd suggested, or, you know, just that there's just too much going on right now and too much disorganization because like I said, a lot of events aren't happening, and it just seems like you have to climb mountains to connect with others at this time.
Right. These cards, I can't really add a whole lot to what Banshee said there. I just think that they kind of corroborate the idea that some of this is just going to happen in its own time, and it's mostly just about you putting yourself in that mindset that you're saying, I am available for this in your mind. You know, there's all kinds of mantras or things to use. Sometimes we just have to look in the mirror and say, I am open for love. Love is open for me. I am ready to receive love. Love is ready to receive me. You know, just sort of like, you know, affirmations. But I think it's more than that. It's just really knowing it's there in yourself and that you really do have time, and it's about figuring out, you know, how to balance to get through those obstacles.
That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that.
Good luck. Thanks for coming tonight.
Hey, Libra.
Hi, Libra. And I know you posted, let's see, what message? Okay, from the Guardian Angels. So it's your deck. Here,
okay.
Let's go back.
Thank you.
Mr. O really feels like he wants to put on some hot cocoa.
Oh.
I know, this is really terrible.
You know, I will allow it, but I have to drink a little bit.
You'll allow it?
Well,
I'm going to do it for me.
I like to drink a certain amount of fluid before I take my cancer meds, and I like to have a little bit after. And of course, I don't want to be visiting the bathroom all night sleeping. So I guess I could include hot cocoa as some of that fluid. Although I like to drink clear fluids at this time of day. I could make an exception for hot cocoa on a snowy day. It snowed pretty much all day today. Moderately, not heavy. I think we got an extra inch or two today, probably 2. And that's what I think brought us up to 6 inches. We were probably at about 4.5 to 5 at the most. Are you actually doing this now? Let's wait.
Why do you think I got up?
Oh my goodness, he's making hot cocoa now.
Do you want me to shuffle those?
Sure. That would help. Mr. O, you don't even have that camera up, so nobody can see you doing that. Mr. O is just showing you he is shuffling the cards. And he is cutting them right now for me.
I'm also knocking over the other camera.
And I don't appreciate that, Mr. Oh, I can't. My gosh.
We're losing
It was sunny here. Well, you know, it's just one of those nights, people. All right. Wow. Okay, so you want to know your guardian angels. That is the Hierophant upright. I'm just going to throw it there. He can arrange it when he gets back. I can barely reach the camera, Mr. O. And there is the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Ooh.
Sorry, I couldn't resist, everybody. I really couldn't.
The 10 of Swords reversed.
But I did shuffle those cards.
Well, all right. So what is the Guardian Angel's message? That things are starting to improve. So maybe this is a time, Libra, where you can... Well, it's really interesting. I'm getting a little bit of mixed signals here. On the one hand, the Hierophant talks about structure. You need more structure in your life. And on the other hand, the 4 of Pentacles is telling me you need to loosen up a little bit. And then the Ten of Swords reversed is saying that healing is now possible. So what are you looking at here? Moving or picking yourself up again is now possible.
It seems like it's contradictory issues here. There is this sense of maybe going along with what you feel is traditional, or the angels, the guardian angels are saying tradition counts at this time, or maybe even just sort of not looking like you're out of line with others. But what really is happening, though, is there's a sense really of wanting to do more and to stand out. So while one sense of it is saying, don't stand out, another sense is really saying, stand out by what you can do here. And really, it may be that the task that you're standing out in is about really fighting some really, contrary forces to either your aims and goals or someone you really care about or ambitions in general.
Well, your guardian angels are probably saying, don't let betrayals or setbacks by other people that have happened to you in your past keep you from loosening up. I wonder here if the message isn't, the Hierophant is aspected well, but I wonder here if the message isn't, sometimes we tighten up a bit and we may become more conservative because of the way we've been treated by others in the past, being betrayed by others, being wronged in some way. And so right now the guardian angels say you need to loosen up because that's past you now. That's gone. This should no longer be affecting your path going forward, but only if you allow it to. If you allow it to close yourself off and keep you on a conservative path rather than a more looser, flexible, approach to people, situations, and things, that's what you really need to do at this time, because you are now beyond all of that. And don't let it, restrict you. Don't let it make you feel you have to conform to other people's expectations. Thank you, Mr. O. Wow, that was fast.
Am I pulling these? The Lenormand?
Where's yours?
There's a problem with mine.
Oh, no.
And it was probably because I was so fast.
Hurrying?
Haste
Okay.
made waste.
Oh, no. Do you want to share?
Well, it's not a total lost cause.
Okay.
It's just I don't want to spend any more time over
Okay.
there at the moment. Because I feel like I'm not really paying attention here. And I feel there's something going on here. It's almost like really a push-pull kind of thing between the angels. Like maybe they really want you to decide for yourself which side are you choosing, because a part of this is about, like I said, not standing out, sort of being acceptable. Another part of it is clearly about maybe kind of, so I'm thinking they're saying really now is the time really to not go with the tried and true, but to really just sort of
Loosen up.
yeah, but it's also involving making a stand in a way.
Cards.
What?
Don't bend my cards. They're really sticky, though.
I know, I'm having a hard time with them. So with the Lenormand, we had the sun and we had the anchor. And I think this is saying that something's going to try to keep you in the bright spot. Maybe it's what the guardian angels are saying is like, if you're considering choices that are drastic in one way or the other, and these could be considered some drastic choices, maybe it's saying don't do that now. Stick around with where the sun is shining.
I don't know. It's really interesting that the anchor showed up. Because, the anchor in a way kind of reminds me of the Hierophant again, in that, you're stuck, you're stable, you have your anchor planted, it's almost as if it's the non-movement of the Hierophant. But what I really think it's saying, and how I think it fits with what I told you, Libra, is that I feel as though, you are anchored in a successful place right now. Things are much brighter than they were for you. You know, that Ten of Swords, when it's reversed, remember, the Ten of Swords upright, you're seeing that person with all those swords in their back, but the sun, the dawn is breaking. And so I want you to focus on that fact, because right now it's saying you are anchored of heading towards the sun in success right now. So you don't need to be tied down by other people's expectations of how you should behave or conform. You can now be a lot looser and more flexible with how you do things. And I think that's what the angels are trying to tell you.
I think you got that, Banshee. It's really about just rising above other people's expectations no matter what.
Right. So that's what we have for you. I hope that made sense. Mr. O got a little distracted. Breathe, Mr. O, and you can get back into it. Great. Nina is up. I thought that was interesting, though. Sometimes these cards, the way they fall, you know, it's all about the way they fall. And then that Lenormand, I mean, it's great to either add oracles a lot of times or, like we do, the Lenormand to the tarot reading, because it can really give you more of an area of focus. And I really like that. It's nice, like a nice exclamation point to the readings.
Cards want to jump out of my hands sometimes.
Yes, I'll take these back now. Thank you. Yeah, these are a little bit, I don't know, it's something to do with the sticky card stock.
I was wondering if it was the lamination on the card.
Yeah, it's something to do with that. Once they're broken in, I think they'll be better. Kind of reminds me of one of my other decks. I don't know if it's the Stephen Bright deck. A little bit. It's got that kind of...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Spirit Within tarot. Yes, you want a general reading in finance and love. Okay. Do you want to do 2 and 2 on that?
Sure.
Okay.
We don't have room for it. We'll just have to flip them right up there.
Yeah. No, it'll be okay. I can do it here. Or up there even. Look at that. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my hands today? There. Gotcha. I'll get them because I have room here, so I can do that. 1, 2, 2. All right, the first one is finance. Well, we have the Fool reversed there. And the King of Wands reversed. All right, I'm going to take a look at that in a minute. Well, and then in love, we have the Ace of Swords upright. But this is the Page. The Page or the Knave is the Knight.
No, the Knave is the Page.
I thought so. Okay, in this deck. So the Page of Cups is reversed. Well, a bit of a mixed bag here, but they're not all super positive. I think right now it's cautioning you as far as finance goes. Is that the King of what again? Wands, right?
Yeah.
To be careful where you are investing your money right now. Be careful where you're putting it. I mean, make sure that, like, for example, I know that you are going to get a flat or put some money into, you know, something you wanted to buy. Be sure that everything is okay, on the up and up, and worth what you're doing. You know, and make sure that if you're getting advice on this, that you trust the person who is advising you. There's a possibility for some missteps here. This is, I guess what I really want to say, Lena, is that, you know, make sure everything is secure, because this is not a time for you to take any unnecessary risks where your money's concerned.
I feel this exactly. I feel that the full reverse does indicate that this is a time where maybe there are some risks or some gaps in knowledge, and you may try to, jump the gap on the knowledge to make a decision. You may want to really be careful, and it could be about, somebody who's giving you advice. Maybe you want to really examine how well you really trust them, because I don't know that they're untrustworthy so much. It just may be that they're not talented or skilled enough to really help you with financial investments or financial decisions. So I feel this is a time maybe to not necessarily move ahead on those if you can wait. If it's something that can wait maybe several weeks, a month or so, that might be better.
Yeah, I just feel like, just be aware, I know that, you recently had some, your income come into you. And so maybe this is just a cautionary notice, like, take it easy, take it slow, and make sure, you save for a rainy day even, I think here. This is a time right now where you never know what could happen. Like, for example, for us, we just lost our microwave. Things happen. And so you want to make sure now that, you have a little bit more financial stability, that you are prepared for some of those ups and downs that may occur. So just saying, be a little bit careful with your resources right now. Now, on the love department, I see here that, there's potential moves forward. But, it could be that it might be short-lived. There may be something happening with a romance or an interest that somebody may take in you. It could be somebody who is maybe slightly younger than you, or maybe somebody who has, is a little less mature. And I feel that maybe, this may not be a good fit ultimately.
Right. I get that too, that maybe something comes up that looks like it has a momentum and maybe it's interesting. But I ultimately feel that this one maybe is not going to prove to be as serious as you would like. And maybe there's just something, either if they're not too young, for most reasons, it just could be a maturity attitude. So I don't feel that prospect is really good. It may not be disastrous. It just may not be something that lasts a long time. You may just decide that this is something you could outgrow and maybe, not spend a lot of your time there. Don't put a big investment into it, is what I'm saying.
So let's take a look at, I'm going to grab a Lenormand for each, I guess, or maybe I'll have you do one. I'll do the one for the first one, the finance, and then you can shuffle and do the other while talk about that. All right. Okay. So, with the financial, the key is going to be this card right here. And it's ironic that I get sort of a love-based card here. We got the ring again, but the ring is about commitment. So in other words, commit to making, commit to really thinking before you act so far as your money goes. Commit to making wise choices and decisions. Commit to not taking any unnecessary risks. That, I feel, is the key at this time.
Right. I'm going to just emphasize that last point. I think that corroborates pretty beautifully what those previous cards are, that reverse king and that reverse fool, that this is a commitment really, that the key is the commitment to a sound practice or a sound decision, or being able to wait until the flux moves back to the position you want it to be in. Do you want me to take those to reshuffle?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just, would you like a sip?
Nah.
Aw. This is the caramel one, isn't it?
Sea salt caramel.
It's so good. It's very, very good. It is I admit it's an instant hot cocoa, but it was pretty awesome. So cheers, Gina.
All right, so we had the birds followed by the stork, another bird.
Oh.
The birds is really about, it's more like business, right?
No, the birds
No,
are
oh.
about gossip,
News,
connecting, communicating with others, and the stork. So I do feel like maybe through somebody you're connected with, Lena, or just maybe just by connecting with others at this time through communications or some social gatherings or something, you will meet this person. It's possible this new beginning will come out of that. But like I said, it may be short-lived. It may not be the, really perfect for you. You may decide.
Well, my intuition is telling me that maybe that first one that maybe doesn't seem to want to work out for you, maybe that's a stepping stone to another one that maybe because of that meeting, somebody else falls into place, the new stork. Maybe it's a friend of theirs or somebody they know that maybe is more suitable for you. And so maybe this will translate into that. So maybe that's why the Ace of Swords is there, because that endeavor will become more important. And okay then, I'm gonna try to get my cocoa.
He sees me indulging here. I can't blame him. Hey, Violet Lotus. So that's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that.
Yes, very good luck. I just need to find one little thing I can use. Oh, there it is.
Kind of your twin soul. Boy, it's funny you mentioned that, Violet Lotus, because it's really funny. I did not make any readings for Twin Flame or Twin Soul today when I was doing, the spreads that I did, some of them, and pulling them together. And that thought had crossed my mind. It did. But let's take a look at this with 3 cards. I'm curious to see. See, actually kind of your twin soul, but in all positive ways. Well, let's take a look at that. I'm going to do 3 cards. I think I'll use this deck. I haven't used this today. Okay, all right. All right, then, we'll just keep moving, and I'm waiting for Mr. O anyway. And Coco, take your time. She's putting her little one to bed. But
Alrighty.
She said she can hear us, so we can keep going.
So we can't say anything nasty.
What? Would we say something nasty about our moderator?
No, of course not. But we could say something nasty about ourselves.
Oh, well, Mr. O. So how's that hot cocoa?
Well, it recovered to some degree. And of course, I'm using that wonderful gift from Mama T. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of splatter on it.
Aw.
I got some catching up to do.
Gina's right about the microwave. It isn't the most healthy thing to use. I don't use it that often, just to heat some things up. And so I'm surprised it kind of tanked on us, really. But we've had it for a number of years now. We have.
That microwave?
Yeah. Longer than the hot pot that broke on us.
Loving my cocoa.
All right.
So we're asking
Shuffle.
if Dimmy or Hader is the...
We're doing 3 cards on it, though.
Okay,
yeah.
but...
No, Dimmy or Hader is like a twin soul, but kind of...
Are
like
they
a
the
twin
same
soul.
or 2 different beings? Dimmy and Hader.
Knew from Hader is where she knew them from. Dimmy is the being.
What's Hader?
I believe where she met the person. Right? Am I right about that?
Yay for Coco. I had a cat named Coco once.
Yes, Coco was an adorable cat.
And he was named for hot cocoa.
If you guys know Scruff Kit on Twitter, Coco was a spitting image of Scruff Kit, really. Looked very similar.
Okay, that's funny you mention it, Violet, because you know what? I've heard that name before in connection with
Yep, that's what I thought.
something extraterrestrial. I wasn't exactly sure where I heard it. It's been a while, but I heard about it. It is a planet or a spiritual realm from a planet. How interesting.
Well, this is interesting. The first card I pulled is the Three of Wands. And you know what's interesting about that card, Violet Lotus, is it's got a ship in it. Which makes me think of a spaceship. The Queen of Cups. Upright.
Oh my, that's beautiful.
Well, something's got to rain on this parade, right? And it is the Two of Pentacles reversed. Oh, Constance, that's cool. Huh. Well, I don't know what to say here. I feel like, okay, so Dimmy is a male or not necessarily?
It doesn't matter if they're a spiritual being.
Yes, it's true. I feel that the Queen of Cups here, I'm just trying to get my beat on whether Dimmy is you, Violet Lotus, if the Queen of Cups is you, Violet Lotus, or if it's, representative of Dimmy here. I feel as though this spirit really provides you with a lot of love, a lot of happiness and emotional satisfaction in some way. I feel that also with the Three of Wands there upright, that this person, this spirit, this entity allows you to go beyond the normal and really has you voyage to, different realms of consciousness. But the Two of Coins reversed here says, sometimes it's not a smooth ride, that sometimes there's a little bit of chaos involved in this relationship, and even though they may be, for the most part on your side, or maybe it might be that this person navigates you through some of the chaos that you experience in your own life. Maybe I'm getting this wrong, and maybe that's really what it is here, because you have such positive cards here otherwise. What do you think?
Well, I'm actually wondering if the reason the Two of Coins is reversed there is because Dimmy guides you, Violet, towards mediating conflicts or difficulties or problems, not necessarily your own, but that's what's around you. That, in other words, it's part of a healing thing that Dimmy has you do, that he has you bring peace, he or she has you bring peace or has you bring a resonance to conflicts. Maybe you just do that through the kind of work you do, either with working with mediumship.
I have something else here too.
Go on then.
Well, Violet, I'm looking at the Three, and I'm looking at the Queen, and I'm thinking to myself, is Dimmy somebody who is very much a part of your dream landscape? Not just meditation and visualization. Is this somebody who comes to you a lot in your dreams? Because I almost feel like maybe that is where you're navigating and exploring some of these other, realms with this person, with this entity.
Many of us have lucid dreaming, or when we are dreaming, whether it's lucid or otherwise, we are experiencing things on other planes of being, whether it's a vibration, some of the vibrations beyond here have different qualities, and we have different reasons to be there. And I'm wondering if Dimmy helps you go there to do things that either mediate problems for other people, like you're helping other people's sleeping selves too, in a way. Maybe you're helping guide them. That's what I think this is. This is a process of guiding you towards the conflicts or situations that you can help because of your own abilities.
Thanks, Sonny. Can I have my cards? It's flailing tail.
Yeah, you've said that before. I remember that about your dreams.
And, It's funny because I had an aunt, I'm positive, she always dreamt she was flying, and I really felt she was having out-of-body experiences. And twice in my adult life, and more in my older years here, I've actually feel I've jumped out of body a couple times myself for very brief moments. I mean, I may do it more often than I realized, but I was only consciously aware of it these 2 times, maybe 3. I can think of one other episode where it happened. And so I wonder too if you were doing some out-of-body travel with Jimmy, during your sleep realms. And yeah, there is some chaos and some little, issues with that can be a little bit jarring.
And that is what makes them your twin soul or mated to you in the process, because maybe they've been waiting for you, or maybe they work with other people like you, because there's so much of this work to do to help guide people who have these abilities. Spirit can't necessarily interact with everybody, but they find the channels, and you're one of the channels they use to help out. Because when you think about it, when we dream, all of us, we are sort of negotiating our own problems in our conscious life, our different situations. We're trying to resolve them. Maybe this is what Demi has you do, is go to those dreamers and provide something that sort of solidifies or grounds their anxieties and their problems.
I feel as though I'm going to hold off on saying yet whether he is in fact a twin soul or not. I feel you guys are very, very connected here. I think it's pretty clear. Sonny, all right, now I'm moving you.
I love this, Coco.
I'm sorry, son, man.
It's really making me a better reader, honest.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I hadn't really put that together, but you're totally right on it. It's totally normal.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm laughing now because I've got the love whip here.
Oh dear.
And
whip it good.
If this was a kinky reading, I would say, but I would say this, that I feel as though there is definitely probably a twin soul kind of thing going on here. I really wanted to see what the Lenormand would say, because I wasn't thoroughly sure between those 3 cards I was picking that up. But getting the heart in the Lenormand is making me think that there is some type of connection here, and there's a lot of energy and drive from this connection. There's just a lot of it with the whip, and sometimes the revelations or things that you work with Jimmy on are very, very surprising or shocking, because the whip, remember, is a fast, swift motion. Also maybe that this person just comes through, this entity comes through so easily to you as well.
In other Lenormand cards, sometimes the whip might be more like a broom. Isn't it a broom sometimes?
No, the broom is a...
What's the other image?
Yes, it would be.
And I know that either of those, whip or broom, shows up sometimes in different traditions of the craft.
That's true.
Maybe for initiatory use, or maybe for other ritual use. And I'm wondering if this being somehow resides or could be residing in one of your ritual implements. I don't know if it could be that one necessarily, but maybe this is a connection to you, is that when you are, resonating towards them, maybe hold that thing, and maybe there might be even a more direct communication, or there may be something else there. I'm just thinking...
Well, I think you have a connection. I mean, I don't think you have any
you
problem contacting this being, but I do feel there, maybe this could also mean that there is going to be some further, some surprising connection, or some surprising turn in your relationship with this person, this entity, I'm sorry, soon, and I think it will bring you closer, if that's possible, to, in your connection with this entity.
I just feel that besides it being an actual external outside of yourself, that there may be something ritually, something on your altar, maybe it's a statue, something like that, that maybe their essence imbues that too in a way. I believe spirit sometimes comes into some other physical things.
So that's what we have for you, Violet Lotus. That was interesting reading for sure.
My cocoa's gone.
Yeah, you really downed it. And interesting question as well. So thank you for that.
It looks like somebody else showed up.
Did they?
Are we going to take them? Deep Shaika?
Oh, Deep Shaika's
here. We can do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could fit you in, Deep Shaika. If you've got a question for us, go right ahead. We were just about to, start talking because we did our last reading.
Yeah, so give us a question.
So go ahead, type it out, and we'll get right to you. And while Deep Shaika is doing that, I'll just chat up my readings on our website once again. TFTtarotfortoday.com. You can check out the free love readings that are available this month on our live streams. One of them is, I'll just tell you about our Soulmate Spread. So one reading is, where's my soulmate? And so it'll answer things like, is my soulmate out there somewhere? What experience from a past life or lives connects us? Is there something stopping me from meeting them, or will it just happen in time? That's one of the 3-card readings we could do for you this month. As well as, I'll just bring up one other. Oops, maybe I won't. Okay, one other one. The love of my past life spread. And so basically that one is about past life love and how it might have imprinted on your present life. Tell me something about a karmic romantic relationship from a past life. What is the karmic impact on my present life? Will I meet, or have I already met this person in this lifetime? So those are 2 of the readings that I have available. Hey, Deep Shaika, go ahead. Type your question. We'll give it a few more minutes.
So don't forget to watch my show tomorrow morning for more love readings for the Zodiac. Also watch our happy hour on Saturday.
Did you do anything special?
I did. I kind of worked with my Isis modalities, and I invoked Isis in the 4 quarters for the reading. So there's a little bit of Isis imagery in there. So if you like Isis, onk! If you like Isis, as they say.
That's cute. That's cute. So those are just a couple of the readings. I think Deep Shaika maybe just came in to say hi.
Right. They may have perceived that we were wrapping up. I don't know.
A reading yet. Well, let's see what else I can talk about. Just in the meantime, we'll give Deep Shaika one more chance. There was also a reading I call the Circle of Life. I crossed that out. The Circle of Love reading. And it's about your present love life. Life living with your spouse or partner in the future. What will it be like? And your future married, partnered life with or without family. So basically it's talking about what, basically we get a lot of questions sometimes about what will my married life be like, what will my spouse be like, etc. We can tweak this reading to kind of fit that scenario. So it's either about if you're in a relationship now and you're looking towards the future, let's say you're engaged to somebody, you want to know what it looks like going forward, we can do that with this reading. Or if you have nobody at this time and you're just interested in finding out what may happen, will you get married? What will it look like when you do get married? All right. Is Deep Shaika returned?
No, I don't think
Oh.
so. So I
Okay.
think we should just wrap it up.
We should probably just wrap it up and stay tuned. I had posted 9 of these readings, so I'll be featuring some, mentioning some on each show so that, people will get to know they're available. But like I said, if any of them seem to really fit somebody's question, I'll of course refer to one of these spreads that I've created. All right, so, and do check out our blog and our webpage, and because we do have readings on sale there as well, bigger readings. Plus, these 3-card spreads. 3-card spreads are great. I just want to add this before we go. 3-card spreads are great because they form like the base of a broader reading. You can add and embellish these and make a broader reading out of these. So if people want more detail and want to pay for an extended reading, we could use that as the base and the framework for a more extended reading. So we're always happy to customize readings for our clients and customers. So keep that in mind as well.
All right. Well, bye, Gina, and bye, Angel R. Thanks for sticking with us, too.
Take care.
It was fun, so thank you so much for being there.
Thanks to Violet Lotus again for her help today. As always, we appreciate you. And thanks to everybody who are coming today. Kara and Lena and Angel Mary and Asal. Good. And Libra. Cannot forget Libra. So thanks to everybody. It's always good to spend our time with you. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.